Phillipsburg Town Council meeting, May 8th, 2024. The video starts at 4 minutes and 20 seconds into the meeting. Due to pilot error, sound was not being recorded, so I deleted that part. There were 2 habitability hearings, and they were both dismissed. In the public discussion on agenda items, Ann Davis asked what the total dollar amount for the raises were. The council said that they would get back to her with that information. Hopefully, I can get audio for the entire meeting and post the entire meeting in the near future.
Well, just to give us a better understanding, 'cause I know I had that question.
Yep. Anyone else? Okay, seeing none. Before we go to the consent agenda, I'd like to read 2 of them that just walked in. Resolution 2024-93, a resolution of the Town Council of the Town of Phillipsburg, Warren County, New Jersey, authorizing the execution of the collective negotiation agreement with PVA 56A, Superior Officers Association. Whereas the Town of Phillipsburg previously signed a collective negotiation agreement, CNA, with PVA 56A, Superior Officers Association, for the term of January 1, 2020 through December 31, 2023. And whereas by resolution R 2024-64, the Town of Phillipsburg, Town Council of Phillipsburg authorized the execution of a memorandum of agreement, MOA, outlining the terms of a new CNA between the town and PVA 56A. And whereas legal counsel for the town and PVA 56A have drafted a CNA for the term January 1, 2024 through December 31, 2028 that accurately represents the bargain for provisions of the previously executed MOA, and whereas the town council deems it in the best interest to enter into said agreement, now therefore be it resolved by the town council of the Town of Phillipsburg, County of Warren, State of New Jersey, that the mayor and municipal clerk are authorized to enter into collective negotiations agreement with PVA 56A for the term January 1, 2024 through December 31, 2028. Be it further resolved that all town employees and representatives are authorized to take all necessary actions to effectuate this resolution. Signed by Matthew Haw, acting municipal clerk. Second resolution we'll read into the record. Resolution 2024-94, a resolution providing for the insertion of special item of revenue in the budget of any county or municipality pursuant to NJS 48:4-87, Chapter 159, Public Law 1948. Whereas NJSA 48:4-87 provides that the Director of the Division of Local Government Services may approve the insertion of any special item of revenue in the budget of any county or municipality when such item shall have been made available by law and the amount thereof was not determined at the time of the adoption of the budget. And whereas said director may also approve the insertion of an item of appropriation for equal amount. Section 1. Now therefore be it resolved that the Town of Phillipsburg hereby requests the Director of the Division of Local Government Services to approve the insertion of an item of revenue in the budget of year 2024 in the sum of $10,500 under Category 3 Miscellaneous, Section F, Special Item of Revenue anticipated with prior written consent of the Director of Local Government Services, public and private revenues offset with appropriations. Click it or ticket grant, $10,500 award. Section 2, be it further resolved that the sum of $10,500 be and is hereby appropriated under the caption of 8, General Appropriations, A, Operations, excluded from tax 2024, click it or ticket grant, $10,500. Matthew C. Hall, acting municipal clerk. So council, I added them into your resolutions on the consent agenda. Is there any, you gonna pull that one? Council?
Yeah, I make a motion to pull resolution 2024-90.
Any second on that? I'll second that. Okay, so that's going to be
Yes,
pulled.
yes. You're pulling for discussion or you're tabling
We're
it?
tabling.
Table.
So motion
Sorry.
to table, yeah, motion to table.
Motion
Yeah.
to table. We have a second. Any discussion on that? We need a roll call. Roll call, please.
Councilman Clark?
No.
Councilman Kennedy?
No.
Council Vice President Paulus?
Yes.
Council President Marino?
Yes.
Okay, it does not pass, so it's still on.
Okay, since it's not pulled,
Council President, if I may we pull 2024-90 for a separate vote? Not to table, but for as a separate vote. I'd motion.
need a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Councilman Clark?
No. Well, is this to vote on it or to vote to take it off?
Hold it. If you're just pulling it, you don't need a motion, you can just ask for it to be pulled for separate discussion. That's what you're asking?
Yes, to vote on it separately.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's what this is.
Yep. Yeah, you don't need, if you want to pull it, you can pull for separate discussion, that's fine.
So the vote is to pull it for separate
There's no
discussion?
vote needed.
Okay,
You can just say,
got it.
yep. So that's pulled, so that's not part of the consent
They're
agenda.
not part of the consent. We need a motion on the consent.
So moved.
Second. All right, so just for clarity's sake, so it would be resolution 2024-85 through 94, excluding 90.
Got it.
Roll call, please.
Councilman Clark?
Yes.
Councilman Kennedy?
Yes.
Council Vice President Paulus?
Yes.
Council President Marino?
Yes. Councilman?
Thank you. So, as y'all may remember with ordinance 2024-02, I voted against that with the salary ranges only because we didn't know the effect, or we assumed the effect on the tax budget would be not good, as we saw it wasn't. So with these new ranges being settled, this is far too much money being spent. I personally cannot in good conscience support this, given that a tax budget of 11% increase passed. We're facing the threat of rent control, which will put a 3% cap on investment. So I cannot in good conscience support the the financials behind this with the raises going into them. So I will intend to be voting no on this.
Any other councilman?
Yeah, I agree with Councilman Clark. Somewhere along the line, we have to start pumping the brakes on the spending here. With the 11% tax increase, I think it placed a severe burden on our taxpayers and cannot be in favor of these salary increases. Thank you.
Any other? Okay, a motion to approve resolution 2024-90.
No motion, there's no motion.
No motion.
Okay.
Where's it go from there?
We can try it again next meeting if you want.
Next meeting? Okay, any old business from Councilman Kennedy?
I have nothing.
Councilman Clark?
Just, do we have an update on the pedestrian walk near Joe Steak Shop? I know it takes time, but just so I can let folks know where we are with that.
Matt?
Tim, what at this point do we need to do with that? If we are, I mean, we are going to need a ADA curb coverage on both sides, which we don't currently have.
Correct. You'd have, there's no, I've reviewed the location, there's adequate sight lines to make a crossing, a mid-block crossing there. You need ordinances to adopt it. The last time you did one of these projects, your expense for construction was $40,000. This one I would anticipate to be higher. And then you would have this survey and design and your ordinances to implement the mid-block crossing.
Yes, thank you.
Any else? No. Council Vice President?
No.
I don't have anything for old business. New business? Councilman Kennedy?
I don't have anything.
Councilman Clark?
I do not, thank you.
Council Vice
No.
President? Shall I make this meeting go on or should I say no? I do have new business. I really do. It's old business, but it's new. Matt, you have to tell the guy in charge of those fees for inspection that I need an answer by next council meeting. Because I don't want to take a trip to Trenton, but if I have to, I will. Because it doesn't take long to get them. We cannot operate a town, I'm hearing people say about money. Well, what about rates that were back from 2011? This is, I think we're in the year of 2024. right? 13 years of mismanagement by these fees. So I hate like hell to be nasty, but they better be on the agenda by the next public meeting.
What?
The fees for inspections.
Thank you.
Okay, Joe, from my understanding, and I stand to be corrected, they haven't been changed since 2011. That's 13 years ago.
I didn't know what.
No, I want to explain it. Okay, so that's all I, what?
Sorry, I do have something. The mayor had asked that we announced that the townwide yard sale is going to be held June 29th.
June 29th. Okay,
Council President, I'm sorry, I have something also.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I'll let you guys use my time. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No one can accuse me of not being fair and even. Go ahead, Councilman.
Perhaps Mr. Hall can speak on this. I want to know where we stood also with the truck route that was recently passed as far as signage, enforcement of trucks on South Main Street. What are the next steps and how soon can we get all this finished?
Well, the first part of that is, as we spoke about earlier today, acquiring the signage. Tim, what do we got, 400 some odd signs we need to purchase?
Correct, and we also need the commissioner to sign off on the ordinance that was passed, so that's the process of getting to DOT for them to sign off.
Yeah, but, I mean, you know, it doesn't mean that we can't start. I mean, presumably, you know, we're not going to have any issues with DOT. But once we pass our capital ordinance, we can begin looking at, I mean, you know, we're going to have to do a careful evaluation of, you know, how we're going to do the purchasing of the signs. Obviously, there's quite a bit. We also have, you know, Bridge is going to provide, what, signage on 22 East?
Yes, correct. Some of the truck route signage coming from Route 22 Bridge into New Jersey through Phillipsburg.
Yep.
So their sites, they will be posting the signs or paying for the signs.
Okay. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Council President.
Okay, everyone good? Okay, under motions. Okay, Jackson Welcome Home Parade and Block Party.
I had a discussion with the chief regarding this. This is for a child in the area of Fillmore Street who's going to be coming home from the hospital. So it's been decided that we're going to do a welcome home parade with a short block party following thereafter. The police department's aware of the route, the timing, and you know, adequate notification to be made to the residents on the street. And you know, the police are going to provide, obviously, traffic control for that event.
Okay, thank you.
So we just need a motion of
We need a
council
motion on it.
authorizing it.
Okay, do we have a motion on that?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, roll call?
Councilman Clark?
Yes.
Councilman Kennedy?
Yes.
Council Vice President Paulus?
Yes.
Council President Marino?
Yes. Good luck to that young kid. Road moratorium hardship waiver, 957 Steel Street. Tim?
Yes, the resident contacted the town. They're looking to convert to natural gas. The residents indicated they're approximately lived there for 7.5 years, and they're 73 years old, so they're trying to make their house a little more efficient so they can continue to live in their home and afford to live there. That email was passed over to the town, and then Elizabethtown also reached out about relief from the moratorium. It would require excavation on steel. It's been recently paved in the last 5 years. And there's an off chance that, depending on where the main location is, they may have to dig up to the next major intersection.
Is there a far, Tim, that's pretty close Steel Street, right?
This property is located at the corner of Steel and Griffin.
Right. Any questions of council?
I'm good.
Since council in the past has approved these, because it is energy saving and it is to an elderly couple to help them out, I have no problem with it. All we need now is a motion. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, discussion? Seeing none, hearing none. Roll call, please.
Councilman Clark?
Yes.
Councilman Kennedy?
Yes.
Council Vice President Paulus?
Yes.
Council President Marino?
Yes. Okay, we're going to open it up to public petitions. Only one person at a time will be in line up there. You'll have 3 minutes. Just state your name. We don't need your phone number or your address. One at a time. If you come up more than one, you're going to be counted as one.
Sorry,
Apologize, I never
although
saw
it would be
you.
counted as one.
No.
I'll be short. Bill Benz.
We got to go by the rules.
I'm with you.
This isn't the NBA with 2-on-1, right?
What I wanted to... No, I'd like to attend.
No, wait till he's done. I can honestly say if I were still working, I would not accept these. Because I would be accused of delivering mail.
Yep.
And that's a federal law.
I just wanted to update the council. I met this morning with Kathy Guzman from the UC EDC program out of New Jersey. I gave her a walking tour of town. We stopped and visited several of the merchants today, and she gave us a couple of different programs that were very specific, that were not rank-based, but actually qualified, you get the money. One of them that I'd like to talk to you about today is one that's a business improvement grant that's really a business reimbursement grant with a 2-year look back for any business that's done any capital improvements on a building that they do not own. So the example I'll share with you is the work that would have been done for Salvage SIP. Any of those investments that were done for leasehold improvements can come to them as a reimbursement at 50%, as long as you can prove you paid the invoice. You're in good standing with New Jersey, and you could be you don't have to have employees, you don't have to have any kind of look back, because again, these businesses, some of them are new, but it's an opportunity. So if you're aware of these businesses that have made those expenditures or are planning to, this is a phenomenal program without limits for the 2024 season. They expect it to be extended to 2025, but as we know, government funding is always guaranteed. So I just want to let the council know, because you speak with businesses all the time, and this is one of those great programs. There are others that are less important or less interesting, but I just wanted to highlight that one tonight. Also, the PDA is meeting on May 15th, and that's the last meeting, at 5:30 at the Union train station, and you're all invited. We're actually going to be having a conversation with the LEAD program for law enforcement diversion to talk about some of their status so far and the number of people they've helped and will continue to help. So following in June, we're also going to have Kathy come back for UC EDC to talk about the details of the programs. So anybody have any questions, just let me know. Thanks.
Thank you, Bill.
Good evening, Sandra Morissette. You just received 30 more letters from residents of Phillipsburg. These letters, as you see, are to each of you, letting you know that the residents that signed those letters feel that their trust has been violated by town government. In all, it's 180 letters from the different residents. Phillipsburg residents, based on our conversations in the community, overwhelmingly do not want a warehouse on the Perone Howard Street property. And they believe a warehouse on that property in downtown Phillipsburg along the Delaware River will severely and negatively impact the quality of life in the area of the flats. When Phillipsburg residents heard that in 2013 there was a document prepared by Van Cleef and approved by the town government, which said the best thing for the future of Phillipsburg, bounded by South Main Street, McKean Street, and the Delaware River, was to move all the zoning to Riverside Residential, Riverside Commercial, and Riverside Heritage. They feel the town has done an about-face on the positive direction of these plans by rezoning the Perone Howard Street property to industrial. I can't remember if I gave you my name. Sandra Morissette.
Thank you.
David Morissette, 5 Fairview Heights, Phillipsburg, New Jersey. The 2013 Master Plan Reexamination Report, the most recent master plan document, was mentioned as a passing reference in the February 25th, 2021 Consistency Review Report written by Angela Knowles of Van Cleef, which was used to provide information and guidance to the Land Use Board when voting on a recommendation for changing the zoning of the Perone Howard Street property. Although the 2013 Master Plan Reexamination Report specifically discusses in detail the aforementioned area, this is completely left out of the consistency report. Likewise, Tim O'Brien does not even mention the 2013 Master Plan Reexamination Report in his September 22nd, 2022 consistency letter, which was used as guidance for moving forward with Ordinance 2022-30, the ordinance for the 360,000 square foot warehouse. And for some unknown reason, no official, elected or appointed, followed up and questioned why the specific details of the 2013 Master Plan Reexamination Report, which pertain to this specific area of town, were not a part of the discussion. Maybe the information was neglected to be mentioned because it did not fit the narrative for the warehouse that was being pushed through, so the town just decided to ignore it. I think it is pretty clear that the residents see this issue of not bringing up the details specific to this area of the flats from the 2013 Master Plan Reexamination Report as a serious matter, and by ignoring this information, they believe the town's elected and appointed officials have violated their trust. Thank you for your time.
Anyone else? Seeing no one? Council open time, Council Kennedy?
Yeah, I just want to urge everyone again to try to attend the Phillipsburg Farmers Market, which is every Sunday from 10 to 2 at Chappelle Park. We've had a lot of vendors. It's rain or shine, so don't let rain discourage you. It's going to go on regardless. And it's been going very well so far, so I urge everyone to, if you get a chance, to attend. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Clark?
Thank you, Council President. Just a couple of announcements. First off, Norwest Cap is hosting resident meetings, the first of every Tuesday of every month at 5:30 p.m. until about 7 p.m. at Rocco's on South Main Street. I encourage residents to come out, share their ideas of how they want to see the town improved, and learn how Norwest Cap can be a resource to help drive that forward. They're trying to create a resident-led coalition to help improve the town, not just the downtown, but everywhere. So we want to try and encourage as many residents as possible to come out, because the more residents that come out, I know, Mr. Minor, but at least you show up.
More than show up, I participate.
Yes, you do. But we need to get other people out too, so.
Well, you're wrong about the site.
Thank you. But I encourage as many residents to come out. So it's the first Tuesday of every month, 5:30 at Rocco's. Second announcement, Juneteenth is coming up next week, and we have an entire weekend of fun-packed events coming up. 3 events that I know of.
Next month.
Next month?
Next
Yeah,
month.
yeah, what did I
Next
say?
week.
You said next week.
I'm so sorry. I'm full of caffeine right now. Next month, because, June. But thank you. Next
No
month.
disrespect, I'm sorry.
No, thank you. I don't want the incorrect information on the record. So we have 3 events next month coming up. The first one will be a flag raising on Wednesday the 19th. We're still working on the time, but it's looking at like 10 a.m.-ish. We have Chappelle Park reserved, but it'll be a flag raising between 10 a.m. to about 12. We'll have speakers there to kind of kick off the festivities. Ms. Vicky, thank you for taking lead organizing on that event. But we also have on the same day at 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Freedom Day at Chappelle Park. Ms. Leslie, no, sorry, Mr. Alex and Ms. Gail are taking lead on this one.
You might? Okay.
Yes. So these two organizers are taking lead on this event happening at Chappelle Park the same day at 6 p.m. And then June 23rd from 12 to 5 p.m., Miss Leslie is one of the organizers of the celebration at Walters Park for Juneteenth. We're planning to then lower the flag the evening of that day to kind of symbolize, it's been a long day, symbolize the ending of this weekend. So as you can see, a lot's going on, and we have a lot of the organizers in this very room. So if you have any questions, feel free to talk to any of us. But a lot's going on for the celebration of Juneteenth, for reflection and education. So I just wanted to get that out there. So if y'all could just share the information, that would be great. We have the Parents Educating Awareness Community Effort event coming up on June 2nd, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. at Walters Park. This will be the second annual one. This is to bring awareness around drug and alcohol abuse and addiction. Many families have experienced this in some way or another, have been touched by this addiction, and we want to bring awareness to this to help, educate people on what addiction really means, how it affects people, and how we can possibly raise more money around this to help with the cure and treatment. Again, it's not so much an addiction, but an illness, and we want to help those who are suffering through it because it is a struggle each and every day. So if you can attend, please do so. And then finally, Walters Park Pool. It has just been announced the 2024 season passes. Prices have just been placed on social media, and I believe the website or in the newsletter, but they are out there now. So just wanted to let y'all know that as the Walters Park Pool will be opening for the summer. So that's all I got. Again, sorry, there's a lot going on in the head.
Okay, thank you, Council Vice President.
I just want to point out that Sunday is Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. That's it.
Again, happy Mother's Day to everyone out there, and you're going to see a lot of construction in the town of Phillipsburg, like every other community. The improvements are really needed. They're doing a good job. I know there's a lot of complaints. They close the street down, they open it up, but you have to bear and grin with it because we want a town with old piping or something new. I'd rather have something new and put up with the roadblocks and that, but we can get around it. Outside of that, so we have no executive session. No. Motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second.
Everyone have a safe
Hi,
trip.
How are you?